All right, this lesson is on solving rational equations. Here's our first example. We want to solve this rational equation and then make sure we check our solution. So we're going to go ahead and factor the numerator using the difference of two squared, so the quantity x plus 5, and then the quantity x minus 5. And then in the denominator, just stays the same as x minus 5 equals 14. Now we're going to go ahead and cancel any common factors, which we have an x minus 5 and an x minus 5, so they cancel. And now we have an x plus 5 equals 14. So now we have a linear equation that we can solve by undoing. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 5 from both sides. And we get x equals 9. Now we're going to go ahead and check our solution. So how you check your solution is you substitute it back into the original equation. So 9 squared minus 25 over 9 minus 5. And we get 81 minus 25 over 4. Then we can type this into our calculator like that. We would get 14 equals 14, so it checks out. Next one, we first factor the numerator as the difference of two squared. So we have 2x plus 3 and 2x minus 3. In the denominator, we have the same, 2x plus 3. And now we look for any common factors, which are common factors 2x plus 3. And then what's left is another linear equation, 2x minus 3 equals 5. So now we solve by undoing. So we're going to add 3 to both sides. Simplify, 2x equals 8. Then divide both sides by 2. And simplify, x equals 4. Then what we do is we substitute into the original equation to check. So 4 times 4 squared minus 9. And then the denominator, 2 times 4 plus 3. So we would type this into our calculator as such. And we would get 5 equals 5. All right, next one. We factor by the diamond method in the numerator. So what are the factors of negative 12 that add to positive 1, which is positive 4 and negative 3. So the numerator will be the quantity x plus 4, x minus 3, all over x minus 3 equals 15. Then we cancel the common factors. We're left with x plus 4 equals 15. And then we go ahead and subtract 4 from both sides and simplify. And then again, we would check by substituting the 9 back into the original equation. And then see that it equals 15 equals 15. All right, here's our next one. This numerator here, we have to factor by the diamond in the box. So our diamond we set up as 2 times negative 15 is negative 30. Bottom of the diamond is our b, 7. So we say, what are the factors of negative 30 that add to 7, which are positive 10 and negative 3. Then we go to our box. The reason we have to do the box is our a is greater than 1. So the upper left is 2x squared. The bottom right is our negative 15. And then remember, then our sides of our diamond make up our last two terms. 10x and negative 3x. Now we take out the GCFs of the rows and the columns. So the first column, the GCF is 2x. The second column, the GCF is negative 3. The first row, the GCF is x. The second row, the GCF is positive 5. Now you do want to check to make sure that when you multiply, let's say x times 2x, you get 2x squared. X times negative 3, you get negative 3x. 5 times 2x, 10x. 5 times negative 3, negative 15. So our factors are what's outside the two boxes. So we have 2x minus 3 and x plus 5. And then the denominator just stays as it is, equals 10. Now we're ready to cancel any common factors. The 2x minus 3's cancel. So left with x plus 5 equals 10. And then we subtract by 5. So we get x equals 5. And then we want to check that solution. So it'll be 2 times 5 squared plus 7 times 5 minus 15. And then the denominator will be 2 times 5 minus 3. And then that should equal 10.